Well, happy Independence Week, happy Independence Day that's coming up this weekend. I trust that you will enjoy it to the fullest with family, fireworks, friends, food, all the good things that come with this celebration. We belong to a country that celebrates its independence, have been doing it for 250 years, and this great social experiment in this country has actually generated some of the greatest standards of living and the most comforts in the history of humanity. In fact, if you're alive today and you're in this country, 99% of people who have ever lived could not even conceive of the things that you and I take for granted. And so when we celebrate Independence Day, of course, we're celebrating the history of the escape from the tyranny of the king, of coming to this country, of developing a system where there's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, of being able to do what we want, when we want, as long as it doesn't harm other people. And that's how we live. Independence, freedom. And in fact, we've equated those two words for most of our lives: freedom, independence. But the interesting thing is that in the history of humanity, any time that you have a government or a civilization that does not have an ultimate authority that they have to be accountable to, it never ends well. You could go through history of civilizations from all the way back into Mesopotamia, through Babylon, through Greece, Rome, all the way through the Middle Ages and up to today. Anytime any government or system is able to exercise power and authority for their own benefits, and with no moral compass, no dependence, no beholding to anybody else, it never ends well for the vast majority of people. This is the kind of culture, this is the kind of world that Jesus was born into. A culture where the powerful took what they wanted, where the rich got richer, and they did it all on the backs of people who had no recourse to anything. And so at the end of Jesus' life, his disciples, James and John, they came to him and they asked him, they said, "Lord, we want to have these positions of power in your kingdom. Would you give them to us?" And Jesus saw the problem. He gathered them all together and he said, "Let me call a timeout. Let me explain to you how things work as followers of Jesus." He says, you can look around, you can see everybody around you, they leverage everything they have for their own benefit. Governments use their positions, they use religion, they use politics, whatever they can to make their lives better instead of the lives of others around them better. He says, I don't want you to live that way, because I am purchasing your freedom at great cost. But freedom does not mean complete independence for yourself. He says, do you want to be great? Then here's what you do. Serve others. Paul, after Jesus died, he said it was for freedom that Christ came. He came to get us freedom. Freedom from sin, freedom from addictions, freedom from all those worries, the problems that we do, the things that weigh us down. He says, he brought you freedom from all that at great price. But freedom does not equal independence to do what you want, how you want for yourself. In fact, the way of the Jesus follower is to leverage that freedom for the benefit of other people. To take that freedom from all those things, to say, I am completely dependent on Jesus who gave me that freedom, and as a result, I'm going to leverage that freedom for other people and for their benefit. And so my challenge to you is, as you remember this weekend, maybe you're someone who pauses and thanks God regularly, maybe you're not, maybe you should, this weekend for the freedoms that we have and that we celebrate on this weekend. May it remind us that the way of Jesus is to take the freedom that's been purchased at great cost by Jesus Christ, giving up his life for us, and then leveraging that freedom for the benefit of those who do not have or are not in a position to have the same for themselves. May that characterize our lives in this country and as people who decide to follow Jesus here. Have a wonderful holiday. If you're on vacation, have a great time with family and friends. Eat lots of food. Enjoy it, and we'll talk to you next time. Till then.